You know how some friends have a great story about how they met? Well, me and my friend almost killed each other before we became friends. Literally. First off, the name is Heather, and I'm on the high school swim team. Everyone associates me with swimming, but my true passion is hair. I love styling my hair and even had the opportunity to take a class on being a hairstylist. Most people outside of school know me for working at Scissors and Snips, the local salon. One giant factor in these two loves of mine is the fact that as a swimmer, getting your hair wet in chlorine water does nothing good for your lovely locks. So every time I swim, I always wear a cap to protect my hair from all the chemicals. Like this video and subscribe to never be bald in your life. But anyways, back to my point. One Saturday when I was working at the salon, a girl on my swim team who claims to be rich as hell, Melissa, came walking into the shop with her pumpkin latte in her hand. Before I say what happened, I'd like to point out that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was paying attention to my client and not paying attention to others around me. I took 2 steps back to get a good visual of my client's hair and knocked right into Miss Melissa. Her coffee went flying all over her chest and in her face, and for a moment, I actually felt bad and thought about saying I'm sorry. That was until she opened her big mouth. Heather, you're such a screw up. You can't swim, you can't do hair, you're a nobody. Do you hear me? Nobody! I chuckled at her. Looks like I have a lot of people on my side for someone who's a nobody. The other stylist actually laughed. So go take your coffee dripping self out of my salon. You're getting my floor all wet. With a screaming scoff, she huffed her way out the front door. I could have sworn I heard her mumble that she hopes my hair falls out. What a child. I could have eaten that moment up for years to come, but instead, I tried to get back to work and I apologized to my client for the interruption. I had no idea that she would get as angry as she did. I mean, it was just coffee. It's not like it was permanent or something. The next day at swim practice, we were doing practice races, and of course, I was paired with Melissa because the cosmos thinks it's funny. Good luck, Melissa. I tried to be civil. Bad luck to you too, loser. I bit my tongue hard as we lined up to take our place in our own lanes of the pool. My hair was up tight and safe in my cap. I had no jewelry on and was ready to go. I always take a slow, deep breath before I dive in. Get myself in the right mindset, so to speak. At the sound of the whistle, I dove in and kept swimming as hard as I could, kicked off the wall once I reached it, and swam harder and harder towards the end to finish. The second my hand touched the edge of the pool, my teammates all started shouting and clapping, telling me that I won. I was panting like crazy, but I climbed out of the pool and caught my towel one of the girls threw to me. Thanks, guys. Melissa was just climbing out of the pool, and if I've ever seen a pissed-off person, it was definitely her. She stomped up to me all huffy. We started when I wasn't ready, and I'm sure she cheated somehow. You heard me the other day, Miss Nothing. You didn't win. It was at that moment that I just lost my cool. She and I went at it and slipped, hitting the floor as one of us tried to get the upper hand. Stop! Hey, whoa! Cool it! Our coach and teammates pulled us apart, but not before I got some good shots in. The next day practice was a little awkward as everyone avoided the conversation about the fight. Afterward, I hit the showers to get the chlorine off and let my hair down out of my cap. I started rinsing my hair as I always did and grabbed my shampoo. As I ran my fingers through my hair, I combed out all of the loose or dead hairs, but the problem was that it didn't stop. I hurried to try and rinse all my hair out, but by the time I washed all of the soap out, my hair was literally gone. I stood there for a moment, hyperventilating when I heard people coming my way. I grabbed my towel as fast as I could and wrapped it around myself before Melissa and her mean friends from the swim team popped out from the outside of the shower. I told you not to mess with me. That's what happens when you try and make a fool of Melissa Douglas. We switched your shampoo with hair remover. They all cracked up laughing like it was so damn funny. I quickly grabbed the bottle before snatching Melissa in a headlock. Before she could pull away, I drenched her head in all of the leftover hair remover before letting her go. I hurried out of the showers, grabbed my stuff, and ran as fast as I could to the girls' bathroom. I changed and was gone before they could find me. The next day at school, I had no choice but to show up with no hair. I wasn't really a hat person, so going all natural was my only choice. Some people laughed and were about it, but others were pretty sympathetic. When I reached homeroom, I took my seat just as Melissa walked into the room. She was wearing a flowery hat, but was told to take it off indoors. She took the seat right next to me, slipped off her hat, and turned to me with a small smile. "Hey, Heather." "Hey, Melissa." I smiled back at her and realized that my hair would grow back, and so would Melissa's. I'd rather make a friend out of this than an enemy, and I'm glad I chose that route, because now we're inseparable. Just wanted to tell my tale. Thanks for listening!